Thank you, Laurent. Joyce, thank you for joining us. Illumio is at the forefront of your industry, and you have a long history of innovating across your customer experience. We're delighted you're able to share with our Relevance 360 audience today. So first, tell us a little bit about Illumio.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. Illumio empowers organizations to contain cyber breaches before they become disasters. This is the mission of our company. We help customers around the world assess risk, enforce policy, and instantly contain threats at any scale across today's most complex environments. My team is the services operations team, and we are responsible for the systems and processes for the organization for support and services. We're also responsible for the support portal, which our customers, our partners interact with, and also all the technologies underlying it that drive the experience.
So a very complex business, a very high stakes mandate. What do you love about your job?
What I love about my role is the opportunity to collaborate with very talented teams and individuals to drive really meaningful impact across the organization. I enjoy solving complex business challenges and also empowering others through knowledge sharing and support. But one of the most interesting aspects of my work is the ability to continuously explore and implement new technologies. And this enables my team to stay ahead or stay aligned with the industry trends. And this environment allows us to enhance both the customer experience and improve operational efficiency.
Awesome. So you mentioned you like solving complex business challenges. To start, can you share the business challenge that you were trying to solve for that led you to explore Agentforce and generative AI in your service experience?
Um, our exploration of Agentforce and also Gen AI in services operations is driven by internal challenges like scaling support capacity, improving self-service success rate, and also enhancing our customer experience. Um, our customers, they prefer self-service now, and they expect contextual, fast responses. And this is where Gen AI can really help us with a scalable solution.
Mhm. So in looking to drive an improvement to that self-service experience for customers that are more and more demanding, what is the impact that you are anticipating that you can drive to that self-service experience with Agentforce and Coveo?
Right now, we're first introducing this conversational AI into our internal process. Our goal is to ensure for a consistent experience to our customer. And this also elevate our employee experience by giving them the tools that they can use to help our customers. Um, Conversational AI delivers instant context-aware responses, and it streamlines issue resolution. It can leverage all the data sources that we have. So it's a very powerful tool for our internal employees.
Right. And I would imagine that security is always top of mind for a company like Illumio. Were there a lot of considerations given to what I can only imagine are complex permission structures and security rules?
Yeah, given Illumio's position in the technology sector, security, robust permission models, and governance is always top of mind.
Right.
And anytime we introduce a new technology, we have to work with our security team and we go through a review with them. Um, Coveo is a key differentiator in this regard because the solution is designed to scale securely by consolidating all the content into a security aware index.
Right.
And it also has the ability to enforce permissions based on user profiles. So these
Mhm.
are all very important features that Coveo offers.
Right. And given that you've been a Coveo customer for a little while now, can you walk me through how that influenced your overall rollout approach from early testing to the broader deployment? How did you sequence this to roll this out? Because so many organizations are banging their heads trying to figure out the right sequence of events, and you've gotten it right. So can you walk us through it?
It was actually a pretty interesting journey. Our partnership with Coveo started back in 2022. We first established it as our foundational search platform for the Illumio support portal. And then last year, 2024, we incorporated Coveo's Gen AI solution. So currently, Coveo is the platform where we use to unify multiple content data sources for our site, including product documentation, knowledge base, the Illumio community, also known as the Illumiverse. And over time, my team has leveraged Coveo's capability to enhance search relevance and user experience. Then at the beginning of this year, we started our pilot with Agentforce. And we thought, oh, that's really interesting. And we can see the potential. But once we learn about Coveo's ability to integrate with Agentforce, we thought, wow, this is a game changer because we can now leverage what the work that we've built over the years in Coveo and apply it to Agentforce.
Right, right. Amazing. So you mentioned there was some early testing done, which I think you indicated was internal. Can you walk me through what that kind of looked like and how the results from that internal testing allowed you to move forward?
We had several phases. In the beginning, we tested Coveo by itself, Agentforce by itself. Of course, we have an internal team and we have like a pretty complex test scripts. And we are like, okay, every time we test, these are the questions that we're going to ask to make sure we're comparing apples to
A good
apples.
base of comparison. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And then we also have built up over time, okay, what would a good response look like? And while we're impressed with what just Agentforce is able to return to us, when we combine the Coveo and Agentforce solution together, the results were very impressive to a point where people, to our testers, they're looking at it and they're like, wow. They that was the response. Whereas before, when we were just testing a standalone solution, they'll be like, yeah, okay, this is okay. But now when we show them the multiplier effects of the two together, they're
Mhm.
like, wow, this is amazing. That's
Right.
that's the type of response we're getting from our internal testers.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And speaking of deployment and implementation, when you were assessing which solution to go forward with, was the time that it takes to implement a factor in your decision process? And how did that play out when you were considering which solution to go with?
Definitely, because everything is expected to be done yesterday, right? Time is definitely a factor. And because the Coveo solution has such a robust API solution that we can use, that we can plug into Agentforce, that really speeds up our deployment. And the fact that we can use all the work that we've done in the previous years and apply it, it saves us a lot of time. A lot of things were already done in because it's already built into our configuration. So
Right.
that really helps us.
Right. You had already invested starting in 2022. So you already had that spinal AI capability. And then bringing that together with Agentforce, you had already indexed all of your multiple
That's
data
right.
sources, right?
That's
Um,
right.
and I think you mentioned there's KBs and there's other data sources as well. Can you talk to me a bit about those the variety of those data sources?
Our three main data sources are the documentation,
Mhm.
knowledge base, and the content in our community, and also some content within the support portal that's not in the docs or in KBs already. So this is where Coveo really excels in the solution because it unifies everything and customers don't need to worry about I'm searching this or I'm searching that. Everything is just there.
All unified there. Awesome. So looking ahead, how do you see agentic AI continuing to shape Illumio's support strategy?
Um, well, for us, this is going to be a very integral part of our strategy, both for our internal support process and also to our customer-facing support experience. Um, we are looking for it to provide that consistent, relevant, personalized answers to our customers or even to employees that are going to be using this. And the fact that it learns itself over time and improve its the relevance of its answer is super powerful.
Joyce, thank you for sharing today. It's really inspiring to see what you're building at Illumio and see how Illumio, Salesforce, and Coveo are working together to make intelligent self-service a reality. For those of you watching, if you're going to Dreamforce in a few weeks, be sure to join Joyce and her team at our Coveo sessions in the Agentforce Theater. Joyce will also join me at our Relevance 360 breakfast on Wednesday, October 15th at 8 a.m. Our team is sharing the links to those events in the chat right now, and we'll be sure you have those details in your inbox as well. So we look forward to seeing you there very soon. Coming up next, our last discussion of the day is with Tia White of AWS and Sébastien Paquier of Coveo. These two wake up every day thinking about AI and how organizations like yours can benefit from what's available today and what's next. Sébastien, over to you.